What's up, everyone? The Cleveland Browns player competition starts tomorrow with the off-season program. You already know what time it is. It's Reese Wheel back at it again. Let's get into it. Like and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to let you know when I upload a video, and let's roll. Shedeur Sanders ended the last year as the starting quarterback, and he was able to get his feet wet, and he was able to taste what it was like to be a starter in the NFL, a QB starter in the NFL, to get a taste of what it feels like to prepare for teams and have a game plan to attack teams. Now, Deshaun Watson, a veteran, has been out a full season and has been preparing himself for a comeback after suffering his season-ending, injury in 2024. Week 7, I believe it was, and against Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bengals. And we have some multiple videos of Deshaun Watson doing his drills and throwing the ball. We've all seen that. And I've been saying that the Cleveland Browns really don't know what they have in Deshaun after all his injuries and time off, multiple times off. You got to find out what you actually have in Shedeur. So in my eyes, you should turn the page on Watson and find out what you actually have in Shedeur with the new offense right now. And it's all projection. If he sits, you're guessing. If he plays, you're learning in real time what you have from the beginning, and find out, man, is he the future? You don't know the answer holding a clipboard. Now, the Browns need a long-term plan to excel into this new era with Todd Monken. They need a long-term plan. And with Deshaun Watson, you're really stuck in the wait and see. You're waiting to see what's going to happen. And starting Shedeur shifts you to, we're building something here. Even if he struggles early, at least you're in the direction that is clear. To be real with the fans, you want them to have hope. And Shedeur brings excitement, curiosity, and some new energy, and that matters more to people. I know that it matters more to people. They want some hope, man, some energy, and a young QB gives fans something to believe in again. And the league, whether we want to admit it or not, is shifting toward his style of play, where it's off-script playmaking, confidence in big play moments. So we got top dog Cleveland legend Hanford Dixon giving his opinion on how he thinks the Browns should go at the QB situation.
Shedeur, he's doing everything that he could possibly do to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns. Now, I don't mind competition. I've said it here.
I never mind it.
Because competition bring out the best in all of us.
Exactly.
But I think what you got to do is you can't take away that confidence from that young man. He's got to be the guy.
So you think it'll take away confidence in Shedeur by having a battle?
I think what you got, and I'm not saying you don't have a battle.
Just tell him it's his.
But what you got to do, you got to tell Shedeur that he is the starting quarterback. Now, as well as I do, if during training camp, if Deshaun, for some reason, is all of a sudden just started to blossom, be that quarterback that he thought he was going to be when we gave him all that money, you could tell that. I mean, you could see him coming around. Well, but right now, it's got to be Shedeur's job to lose. I
agree with Hanford. It's got to be Shedeur's job to lose. He has the upside. The ceiling, to me, is greater because Deshaun just went down, 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 man. Everything has been always injury, getting hurt, and you come back, you play good. Some games he start showing a little something, and we get hurt again. And he's only played, like you said, 19 games since he's been here, man. So it's time for a shift. It's time for some new energy. I believe that Hanford's right.
I do not disagree, but and this is me being devil's advocate, right? Only because guys are built differently, from all different walks of life. Jimmy Haslam said Deshaun Watson has a great chance to be the Browns starting quarterback. He didn't say he has a chance. He has a great chance.
He picking one up and then tearing one down.
And I don't think he's doing it on purpose. Context matters. I think just like you said, he's just piggybacking off of his general
Andrew
manager,
Berry, yeah.
and not necessarily trying to, within the public bounds, name a starter or choose a favorite. I think he's just saying, hey, this guy also has a chance. And maybe he could have just said that because he understands, I know in retrospect, how every word you say, people can be like, oh, Deshaun gonna be the starter, you know, and maybe it needs to be more of just an even kill. Like, hey, he's doing good. He has a shot to be out there on the field.
Well, I think about
vanilla.
I think about it like this. Deshaun has had a great opportunity to be the starting quarterback every year since he's been here. But unfortunately, things have happened along the way. You've had the injuries,
off the field,
and off the field and all that.
Right.
I think when you look at it, I think the number of games that he's actually played in, I think it's like 19. I want to say the games that he actually played in for us.
Okay.
That's how many games he's played. And with those games, I mean, he just hasn't been the Deshaun Watson that we've used to seeing, that we thought we were getting over in Houston. I mean, he just hasn't been that guy. I don't know what makes them think that he's going to be that guy right now.
Film. Yeah, now I don't.
I agree with Hanford. Again, what makes them think that he's going to be that guy again right now? And to add insult to injury, Andrew Berry had said that it was a possibility that he could get another contract on top of that. That right there.
3 years, $100 million deal. And Andrew Berry, sitting there in Arizona saying, there's no rule against extending Deshaun. Andrew, stop. There is a rule against extending Deshaun because you guys are getting ready to ask your fans for a very expensive, a very pricey move with these PSLs to Brook Park, and nobody wants to see the dude play. So do the smart thing. It's opportunity cost if you're not giving these reps to Shedeur Sanders, if you're not giving these snaps to whatever young quarterback that they draft in the third round. Keep Deshaun the furthest thing away from actual football because nothing good comes of it. Nothing.
That was the comment that almost made me fall out of my chair.
There's no rule against it. Like, there is a rule against it.
On top of the $230 million contract, that is crazy to me. Unbelievable right there. Let's listen and continue.
I don't want to upset you.
What?
I don't want to upset you and the fan base. Not just Houston.
It's got to be Houston tape.
No.
The same tape that made us give him all that money. That's what I would say.
Every time before he got injured, the game before, we got to go back to the film, and the games he got hurt in. Those were games that
he didn't have the pieces around him either.
Yeah, those were games that he was making that climb to say, Deshaun might be before the Baltimore game.
Yep, he would start peaking and start playing better, and he would have a good game, and then he would get hurt. Like you said, the Baltimore game, he ended up winning that game. I believe they won that game, and they had a comeback. They came back, and the next day or later on that day, they said Deshaun is out for the season. Now, this is for the shoulder, and then he comes back after being out. Then he comes back the next year, and then he hurt for the season again with the Achilles, man. And then he's been out now for a full calendar year. Believe he got hurt against Cincinnati, the Cincinnati Bengals, week 7. So he's been out a full year, and now he's back. To me, it's the same old thing. Like I said earlier, let's continue into a different era. Fans are looking for something bigger than that, man. They're looking for something that's going to excite them, and let's move into another era. So the schedule is April 8th, first media availability for the team's off-season program. You got the 21st, voluntary veteran mini camp, May 8th, rookie mini camp. And so this is the off-season schedule. So we got Daryl Ryder, Ken Carmen, and Anthony Lima. The QB competition and evaluation starts tomorrow, and the team doesn't really know what they have yet and the expectations of Watson.
The training staff, working with him because he did miss last year with an injury. So
I have very low expectations. My expectations are he's going to look great on the practice field. People are going to ooh and ah and get really, really excited about him. Throwing the football around against the threat of no contact whatsoever. But my anticipation is that we're going to have the same results that we have had every time he has come back from missing significant time, and that is the internal clock is going to be off, the processing is going to be off, things are going to be moving too fast for him, and then, that's going to obviously affect what he's actually able to do on the field. So I have very low expectations for Deshaun. But I do expect he'll probably win the competition because he's going to look good in practice because he's the most experienced. He's had to learn offenses before. He's been through offseason programs before and all those things. But I don't think it's going to bear much fruit this fall.
And that's the way it goes. You got athletes that know how to look good without getting hit. You got athletes that go out there and like Deshaun will look good throwing the ball. He's going to know how to play the position and look good as the QB because he's been there, done that. He's played at a high level once before, so he's going to know how to do it. But when you get all those people around you, around your legs and in your face and all that stuff, and with those injuries, I'm telling you, it's going to be a whole different ball game. And like he said what? He said he had very low expectations for Deshaun, but he'll probably win the competition because of experience, because he's been there, multiple off seasons. He's been there for a lot of games. He had played well at a high ceiling when he was in Houston, but that was so long ago. With the Browns, with all this QB talk about Deshaun Watson having an opportunity to win a job, with Andrew Berry saying that and Haslam saying that. Andrew Berry has even said that he wouldn't put it off of Deshaun Watson getting another contract. So Ken Carmen asked their writer, are the Browns laying a foundation and getting the fans ready just in case Deshaun Watson wins the job?
Do you think that they're starting to, with some of the comments that have been made, that they might be kind of laying the foundation for a runway for him to start? Because I do think that while there's some fans that are vehemently against him playing for the Browns ever again.
100%. They are softening the ground for him to win that competition. 100%. There's no question about that. That's smart on their part to lay that groundwork now, Ken, because there is a real possibility that he's your starter week one. I mean, that's not hyperbole. That's not trying to stir up any drama or anything like that. No, it's a real possibility. They've done nothing in that quarterback room right now. Shedeur Sanders ended the season as the starting quarterback for the team. Those two are going to be your main competitors. They're, casually saying Dylan Gabriel's in there as well because he's on the roster, and I think everyone forgot that he's still on the roster. But it's Deshaun v. Shedeur Sanders as of right now, subject to change whether they make a move in the coming weeks or, God forbid, they draft the quarterback early in this upcoming draft.
There you go. Dear Ryder saying that he thinks that, they're prepping the fans just in case Deshaun is the starter, because, a lot of people can't stand Deshaun Watson, man. They got a lot of the fan base that is really down on Deshaun Watson. So let me know what you think. Does Hanford Dixon, the top dog, have a point that they should tell Shedeur Sanders it's his job to lose? Stay locked in with me. It's Reese Wheel. We just getting started. See you in the next video.